What's that? Dopamine, which we call feel-good hormone. It plays a big role. What is it? And why is it creating so many problems in our life? How can we deal with it? How can we get out of this addiction? Not just for short term, but for long term. I am going to tell you all these things with the help of a book named Dopamine Detox by Thibaut Marous. It's a very interesting book. You'll learn a lot of things. So, let's start with first lesson of the book. In 1989, Edward Thorndike did an experiment. What he did? He kept some cats in a puzzle box and put a fish out of that puzzle box, due to which those cats got excited. And then those cats used to act randomly. Cats were not able to understand in starting how to get out, but then they found a lever. And when those cats presses that lever randomly, due to which that box opened instantly. And then those cats ate that fish. Means they got a reward, got a dopamine hit. And after which, when that experiment was done again, that cat understood that I press the lever, I'll get fish. Their habit started to develop. That they started doing it repeatedly. Inspired by this experiment, psychologist Boris Frederick Skinner, who is also called B.F. Skinner, he also did some experiments. I'll tell you 3 different experiments from which he got 3 various findings. What he did in first experiment: he put a hungry rat in a cage, after which the rat was roaming here and there to eat. He was not getting any food, but he found a lever, and when he pressed that lever randomly, he started getting food in that cage, from which he learned one thing. That was positive reinforcement. Means, whenever I do this behavior, pull this lever, I'll get a reward, i.e. food. Which concluded, whenever you get positive reinforcement, means when you get a positive reward because of your actions, then we do that thing. The thing was, those rats were press the lever when they were hungry. Otherwise they didn't press it. Now, what they did in second experiment, this time they put the stuffed cats in the cage. Now obviously they were not feeling hungry, so they weren't doing anything. They weren't pressing the lever, but they started giving a little shock to the cat, due to which that cat started suffering here and there. It started doing something, and when it pressed the lever, it stopped getting shocks. Now, that was negative reinforcement, because of which, whenever the light comes on, and the cat knows that it is about to get shocked, it would quickly go to the lever and press it, so that it doesn't get shock. This experiment concluded that whenever we get negative reinforcement, i.e. suffering, we take action, do something. That's also fine. Third experiment is the most interesting one. You know what they did this time? They put rat in the cage, whose stomach was full. But after some time, when it felt hungry, he pressed the lever, because he had learnt that food comes when the lever is pressed. But this time, the food didn't come. Then it presses one more time. Then, a little food came this time. Then it pressed again, and the food didn't came. When it pressed one more time, food came again. Basically, when the rat pressed the lever many times, they started getting different rewards at different times, due to which you know that rat was not pressing lever just to get food. After that, the rat got addicted to pressing lever, because it was getting variable rewards. And this is called dopamine. Variable reward system. Which is very addictive. You know why are so
addicted to social media?
Well, the answer is that all these things happen on social media. We get positive reinforcement. Means whenever we scroll, swipe our finger from
downside to upside, we start getting rewards.
We see various videos and photos, which gives us dopamine rush. And again, the rewards are very variable. Sometimes we see good pics. Sometimes we see bad pics.
Sometimes we see good videos. Sometimes we see bad videos.
We don't know what we are going to see next. Due to which we get addicted to this system. And guess what? It's systematically created. Social media companies created these systems to make us addicted and behave like that rat who keeps pressing liver in uncontrollable amount. In our case, it's scrolling.
Now, because it is
psychologically fulfilling
and is engineered
in such a good way. That's why you can say, we have
become addicted to mobile phones.
So, how to cope with it? Let's see this. Well, the first thing that Thibaut Maurice says in his book, we should take a 21 days Dopamine Detox challenge. I want you to take this challenge too. In this, we have to stop ourselves to get dopamine rush as much as possible.
Means, stop using social media.
Stop using social media, Netflix.
No alcohol, no cigarettes, no porn, no tea.
No coffee, no music. No video games. No outdoor activities. No FAP, no meeting friends, no gossips. No productivity work.
Now Yule says, author has
refused to do all the things. Now what shall we do? Author asks to do these substitute things. Drink water. Go for runs. Do stretching. Do meditation. Do journaling. Obviously this challenge would be so difficult.
But if you do all these things, your
dopamine would come to the base level. Our dopamine has become overstimulated. Means, we keep getting so much dopamine rush, due to which we are not able to live normal life.
For example, if a
person starts doing drugs, then you notice, in starting, he takes a little bit of drugs.
And he enjoys.
And then he doesn't get same happiness with same amount of drugs. Due to which, he takes more drugs. And takes more drugs. His base level of hitting the dopamine keeps increasing. And he doesn't feel the same high, even after taking a lot of drugs. So, if you want to bring it to the base level, like drug addicts are sent to rehab, in the same way, you also can take 21 days challenge. See, if I give you my personal opinion, if you can't do so many
things, then it's okay.
I suggest you to start with just one thing. At least, quit social media. Don't use social media for some days. And if you watch a lot of Netflix, stop watching it. Take one or two things. And think of not doing it for 21 days. And very little if I do, negligible. It will help in maintaining the dopamine level. You have to do this thing.
Author talks about a concept
called starve your donkey. Basically, the relationship between your mind and body is like a person sitting on donkey, where your mind is the person and your body is a donkey.
Means, if you put a
carrot in front of a donkey, it will start moving forward. Similarly, if you get too much porn,
caffeine, movies, cigarette, partying, gaming,
or eat sugar, or consume anything in excess, our brain releases dopamine very much. After which you feel like doing that thing again. Now you'll say, what's the
need to do these extreme things?
And why should we do it? There is a reason behind it. Let me explain you a concept which author calls starve your donkey. For example, if you are sitting in front of a table, on one side, there are lots of chocolates,
Ferrero Rocher and
many foreign chocolates, and on the other side, there are carrots.
So, what would you like to eat? Obviously, your mind and
body would go towards chocolates, because you'll get more dopamine rush on eating chocolates. See, eating chocolates once in a while isn't bad. But nowadays, the scenario of chocolates and carrot has gone to
steroids, you can say. Means, we are getting chocolates everywhere.
Like McDonald's, Instagram,
YouTube, Facebook, Netflix.
We are getting chocolates from everywhere. We are getting a lot of dopamine without applying so much efforts.
Again, imagine, there is a
person sitting on a donkey. Person wants donkey to take him to the destination. To do this, that person keeps a carrot in front of that donkey with the help of a stick, due to which the donkey moves forward in order to eat that carrot. And he takes action. And that donkey keeps moving like this. But one day, that donkey gets a lot of food. He gets a lot of good things. And his stomach is full. On that day, if the rider puts carrot in front of him, do you think that
donkey will move forward?
It won't move because his stomach is full. Things like carrot won't motivate him. Actually, this example is a metaphor.
You know, that's our
body, you can say. And that rider is our brain.
Sometimes, our brain asks
our body to do exercise.
Work on your goals, make
video, do all these things. But our body doesn't agree.
Why?
Because our body is getting a lot of dopamine very easily.
TV, drugs, alcohol, social media.
Because of all such things. Due to which our body doesn't
get motivated to take actions. So, that's very important.
That we take drastic step in which we can starve this donkey so that it feels so hungry that if we put a carrot in front of it, it can start moving.
Why?
Because it'll give dopamine. Will definitely fill its stomach. That's why this 21 days challenge can help you a lot. Many people have done this challenge and got results too. If you agree to this and start doing it,
remember one more
thing along with that, which author calls
concealing the ache.
Means relapsing. Many times it happens that we try to come out of an addictive thing. We do that thing for some days but feels like doing it again after some days. So, what should we do to avoid it? Let's take an example. To understand this, you know, famous sitcom named Friends, you must have seen it. In that, Rachel Jennifer had
started journaling at the age of 13.
And she says, when she was in a relationship, there used to be a rough patch. Like once she was
probably getting divorced.
At that time, she was very
emotionally vulnerable.
What she did at this time? Still, she used to do journaling. And journaling gave her a lot of strength. If she wanted, she could take alcohol, weeds, all these things to hide her pain. She could get a huge dopamine release. But still she chose to face her demons. Means facing her
emotions, problems.
By writing it down. By journaling. Which helped her to handle her emotions well. Now see, if we take such drastic steps, like quitting dopamine things,
there are very high chances that we feel like depressed, lonely, anxiousness, scared. Why?
Because we humans have all these feelings. But to escape all these things, we start using mobile. Start distracting ourselves. But if we quit all these things, you can say, negative reinforcement will start happening. We will start feeling lonely.
And we will feel scared.
At that time, there is an excellent way to handle our demons. That is by journaling. Start writing. If you want, you
can make videos.
Start developing alternative habit, so that you don't relapse. What are those good habits which we should bring in our life after replacing? If you want me to make video on that topic, then comment down. I'll make a video. I told all these things from the book
Dopamine Detox by Thibaut Maurice,
which is very interesting. It's a small book which you should read if you are facing this problem. If you want me to keep
making these videos,
then subscribe the channel
and press the bell icon.
I'll keep bringing summaries of such interesting books.
For now, like, comment, share,
so that our book-loving community can grow more and keep it on world's #1 position. That's why share this video to show your support. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.